I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar.
And just like what
And welcome everyone to the GW3 Live. I am Renee Noor, the founder of the Global Women Wealth Warriors, as well as the GW3 Club. And if you're not live with us right now on YouTube or Facebook, I highly encourage you guys to do so because we are live. That's right. I get excited when I say that, guys. Wonderful day today to be a part of our Winning Wednesday. And no, it's not hump day for us because we just keep on winning every day of the week. I'm super excited. Not only am I grateful that we just been able to complete our Power to Soar Leadership Conference, we are already masterminding, strategizing on 2023. But just from the experience alone, oh my goodness, great relationships was fostered and how we're going to help you reach your success goals. I'm speaking to you out there. If you see my face right now, if you're on with us live, go ahead on and put some black and white hearts in the chat. We would love to feel your energy because it's all about the vibration. And not only is it about the vibration, but it's about keep showing up, the consistency, because that's where the true essence is when it comes down to success. I have some of my incredible ladies that's going to be joining us for today. We're going to get deep and down and even a little bit dirty because it's time for us to not only talk about how we're going to reach our success, but it's going to also talk about how we're going to do this together. Again, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're right there on YouTube or right there in the clubhouse, go ahead on and put some black and white hearts in the chat. Let's share this room out. Let's go ahead on and share this live show also through your network, guys, because I already know we're going to impact your life today. Our first beauty that we have with us, my goodness, not only do I truly adore this queen, she is the mayor of the GW3 tribe. In addition to that, she's a wonderful woman when it comes down to business. She's from the real estate industry. She's all about property management, and she's very passionate when it comes down to changing lives as well. She's a conduit, she's a catalyst, but most importantly, she is the GW3 Warriors mayor, the one and only Lolita Anderson. Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo!
Yes.
How are you, Renee Noor?
I'm doing phenomenal. And how are you doing today?
You already know we champions winning on purpose out here.
Champions winning on purpose. And you're looking fantastic, beauty. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. And our next beauty that's going to be joining us, my goodness, she's been blazing these streets as well. We just left from the Power to Soar Leadership Conference, and we still can't seem to get enough of our Barbara Moner. She is going to be the credit slayer as well as our credit sage, the one and only Barbara Moner. Come on here, beautiful.
Woo!
Hey, girls.
Hey,
Hi,
how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's put some hearts in the chat for these beauty queens as well. Oh my goodness. We got Lolita on one side, and then we have also Barbara Moner on the other side. I don't know.
This is a dangerous trio right here. It's a dangerous trio right here, baby.
That's right. This is the winning trio. So ladies, tell everybody, how was your experience from the Power to Soar conference? Let's talk about that, because one of the greatest gents that we had there with us, which was Mr. Manny Alejandra, and he was all about the finance. Wasn't he awesome, guys?
Yes. Incredible.
He was amazing.
Very fortunate. to have
Very
him.
fortunate, right? So what was your biggest takeaway from Manny, in addition to him sawing me in half? Okay.
See, that was his distraction. You know, he had those other gadgets that he knows. He knows how he's a magician. So he gets you in that, and all of a sudden you'd have made $1 million with him. So I love that.
Yeah, that was his takeaway. 2 pieces of Renee.
Yes,
That's
yes.
his
More than
takeaway.
one.
Into 2, guys. We had Manny Alejandra. Not only is he vice president with NASDAQ, he used to be with former vice president with NASDAQ, one of the world's winning traders. In addition to that, he's a lawyer. But the great part about it, his wow factor, this lawyer turns into a musician right there live in front of everyone. He's already said that he's going to make me disappear next time, guys. Okay.
Unless
He
we
wants to
all
steal
go
you.
with you.
Yeah, somebody, what you say?
If we going with you.
No, that's right. We're gonna all go together. I love that. Teleport us. That's what we're gonna
Yes,
become.
yes.
That's
So,
a good one.
he talked about, how we need to prepare for not only the financial literacy space. A lot of people are really upset in regarding to the stock market. It's not going into their favor. And then there's a huge learning curve where it relates to also just even with the whole cryptocurrency space. So ladies, as bosses that we are, I want us to not only prepare everybody to become sustainable, but let's talk about that deeper dive in how we're going to not only take on responsibility of us staying in control of our finances, but also leveraging up in regard to our credit, as well as so many other assets that's available to us. So Barbara, this is your secret sauce right here. You're so engulfed into making sure that not only we're getting our credit right, but also helping us to understand some of those things that we didn't even know that we can do when it comes down to credit repair as well as credit restoration. So let's talk about that, Barbara. That's your areas. Please enlighten us.
Yeah, well, there's many things we can do that we're unaware of. Of course, the credit companies are designed a certain way to take our information, use it and report on us and how we spend, and which sometimes can go not in our favor. And then they resell it back to us. So they make money on us in a circle, which we don't really want to be doing that. And also, there's information about us that could be inaccurate, or our personal information, even things could be put on there, they're not even ours. And that's affecting our credit, and that's affecting our interest rates, our ability to get loans, to buy a home, to just have financial security, and also, have extra money to be able to invest in other ways and have more streams of income, which what we're really talking about. I'm here like, the credit sage. I'm just trying to clean everybody's credit up, get it all healthy, show you gals what to do, keep it flowing. So while you're out making your diamonds, at least you can, that nothing's messing around with your credit report.
I love that.
Stuff is dangerous, and not having someone you can trust. And I think that one of the reasons that I felt compelled to do this work, and I had done it for many close friends or people that I know went through difficult times, was that I see how helpful and how important it is, especially for people who are struggling and they've got families to take care of and responsibilities, and this credit will really keep you down. So it's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy helping others, and it's something really important, as you know, that we help others as well. So, and of course, with keeping our credit safe, we can then move forward with our lives and not have to worry. Let's say you're in a good place now, right? And all of a sudden somebody sticks something on your credit report and you're thinking, I'm going good, everything's great. Oh yeah, great. And then what do you mean my credit score is 500 because someone stuck something there that doesn't belong to you? And it's hard, especially if you're out there making it, moving, traveling, Renee, getting on the planes, checking into the hotels. You're kind of out there, you have a business running. We want to teach everyone how to have their personal credit cleaned up and then move on down to our business credit and really use that if we have businesses, and leave our personal credit alone. There's lots of tricks we can do. Maybe we can make like a little credit camp for everybody, or money parties. We can get together and everybody can talk about what they're going to try to save and work on a budget and see who accomplishes a goal other than the goal we created with GW3, which Renee and I masterminded, was to reach to the 800s. We have a wonderful golden surprise for you. Whoever runs gets to the 800 club, 850. So we're really excited about that as well, and keeping it, a happy club here and getting us all to those millions where we belong.
That's
I
right.
love it. I want to just reiterate what you just said because I think you were really speaking to the masses, and I don't know if they really heard you because sometimes we get tone deaf. So let's just reiterate this, okay? Hey guys, how many of you guys currently right now do not have an 800 credit score and higher? We're talking to you. If you do not have an 800 credit score and higher, we want to help you. So let's talk about this, right? How many of you guys had no idea that if you have things on your credit report that you need to get straightened out? You know, whether it's your name, like say for instance, if my name is Renee Noor, but then I decided to have Renee with a P, then Noor, that could have that could be a conflict on my credit report, right? Just because I have some people report my name with Renee Noor, or some of them report the name with Renee P. Noor. That could always have a problem, right? Or it could make a negative comment on your credit report. Is that correct?
Right, and addresses, yeah, anything that's wrong, because I think now everyone notices sometimes when you sign into things, they want to verify you. So therefore they ask you how to spell your name. And if you're using your middle name sometimes, and sometimes you're not, I think some of us have done that, like we like our middle name, then we don't like it in the credit card. That's not good, because then like, well, who are you? You know, then it gets a little confusing. And then it's like, what about your addresses? And if you were married before and you left that name, I mean, you want everything as current. So when you actually sign in and verify yourself, you know, you got to remember what you have there. It's kind of key, right? And they ask you when was the last time you bought a car, and your loans and the dates and the years. I mean, you really want to keep it buttoned up and as accurate as possible. Clean up your old addresses, fix your name the way you want it to appear, the way it should appear. And then, you know, when you inquire for a credit card, they take points from you. We can clean those up so that your credit card, there's lots of things we can do. So it's inquiring for credit, loans, maybe things you've paid off that they didn't report that you paid it off, and they're saying you still owe it, or you were late and you weren't late. I've had late, I wasn't late. No, it's, so we got to work, take that stuff off. All that is going against you. It's like a financial report card as you grow up. It's not like a report card in school. Now they're telling you, hey, you were in a good, you know, you didn't do right here. And they're penalizing you for it in a severe way. I mean, it's really can affect your life in a very deep way. I mean, it's your livelihood.
That's powerful, Barbara, what you're saying, because now we have a way that we can find, not only get to the root of it, but we can also have a remedy, so therefore we can turn that around. If you're in the clubhouse and this is resonating with you, go ahead on and put 555s in the chat. If this is something that's totally something that's in your bandwagon, everybody got the hearts in the chat already. You know, I want to ask this question also, because sometimes, Barbara, we do have some of our, keep in mind, we're the global women wealth warriors. So some of our team members, they live outside of the United States. So therefore, credit may not be so much of an issue for them. But we understand in the United States that credit is king alongside with cash. So what do we do with those individuals if they're outside of the United States?
Well, I think any individual, one would want to make sure your name is correct and your vital information about who you are, that you're even alive, because you could even be marked as deceased. And in every country, there is, I mean, yeah, they don't do credit the same way we do in Canada, but they do follow things. I mean, everybody should keep in check and find out in their country what it is they need to have, you know, accurate. I mean, why not? You still want everything correct.
Right.
I mean, it's a different system, but I mean, it has to be accurate, your information.
And I love that also how I can support with you, Lolita, because you're dealing with all the time, you know, from realtors alongside with, you know, that whole management, with property management. You know, you're dealing with new individuals all of the time. And tell us, you know, important in that space, you know, because you're focusing on not only investing, but you're also focusing on Airbnbs. You're renting out different properties as well in that space. Why is it so important for us to keep our portfolio diversified?
Well, just to piggyback on what Barbara was saying, and thank you again, Renee, for having me here today.
Yes.
Barbara, I want people to see Barbara first and then see me. Because because what happens is, I mean, I was listening, I'm like, boy, is that the truth? If your name is, my name is Lolita Anise Norris. That's my maiden name. My married name is Lolita Anise Anderson. When you come into a property and you're trying to either, whether you're dealing with an investment property or rental property because it's for yourself, like what Barbara was saying, sometimes you all don't even get to me to see my wonderful flower and all this because you're going online first, right? So when you're doing the application and you're putting all your information in and you have a conflict with your name, it's either green, red, or yellow. So if it's green, red, or yellow, green light means, we good to go. We can go to the next step. If it's yellow, that might be approved with conditions, right? If it's red, it's a total denial. We don't even get to say, well, let me tell you what happened in 1994. We don't even see all that, especially if your name is a conflict. So if you're in, especially because we're in a digital age now when things are really paperless, so we're not in the office at first. We're really not. Next step is after you get to the green light part or yellow. So absolutely, when you're diversifying either your housing options or you're diversifying what you're doing with your credit, please, please, please. I keep telling people in real estate world right now, it's not necessarily a buyer or seller's market when you're dealing in rentals, because some people are renters, especially people are migrating to Atlanta. And we are looking at that credit score. If you're, and people don't, you say your Beacon score, is that what's called, right, Barbara? Beacon
Right, it's
score.
a fiduciary. You're looking for trust. You have to have faith because you're bringing in new people. You want to make sure they're going to be able to maintain their bills.
Yes.
You don't want to, because it costs money to remove people from homes and
Oh my
rentals.
God, could you
It's an
please say that
expense.
again?
So it's someone's
Yes.
head if they let someone in the green light who shouldn't have been through the green light. And you know what I mean? Like, and they weren't able to manage their rent or their commitment.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so and then people do another thing, and this is why the services that Barbara offers is so important. When you're coming into a credit worthy situation, and people are not just looking at one, you make 3 times the rent, because that's where I'm coming from. It's 3 times the rent. We're looking at your debt to income, and debt to income. Barbara is speaking to all that because we're going to lower that debt. So you make $10,000 a month. However, your debt is,
you're only allowed to spend 30%. You're only allowed to spend a small percentage of that. And if anything, we can either increase your credit amount you have by opening up new accounts, so that if you need to spend a certain amount of money, you want to keep it really at 10%. Ideally, to get to 800, you got to be at 10% or lower. They say 30, which is fine.
But what does that look like, Barbara, for 10%?
Well, if you've
what
got like $10,000 of the credit, what can you spend if it's 10%? Not a lot. And even at 30%, you've got like what? $900. If you go over that, they're like, oh, you're a risk. And if you're using too much of your credit, it's like, oh, you don't got money. Because I heard one of the ladies was like, oh, I was using my credit, I was paying it off. I said, no, you don't want to do that. Because if you're using all the money, even though you're paying it off, it's showing them that you need money, that you don't have money, that you got to borrow money. Because when you're using your credit card, you're borrowing because you don't have. That's the mindset.
See, I'm so glad you're speaking to that. So they're not charging at me thinking we're just denying people, but we're looking at that matrix. That's the matrix and the formula that we're really looking at for real.
Yeah, so look, how are you managing your money? So, you want to spend less and have higher amount of credit, because then you'll see things start to climb. Then they start offering you things, right? And when you spend less and you pay it, or maybe you can divide up the payments, then they start lowering the interest rates. Now you're like in a sweet spot. That's where you want to be, where your interest rates are low, you're spending less money. Hopefully, here at GW3, you're building your new wealth, and you're investing in a stock market, in Bitcoin, in Novatech. We've got, Manny there helping us out, and Renee. And then you're investing in your business, right? So you don't really want to be spending your
personal. Let me add something to that. In the renters world that I have the pleasure of serving in, people are looking at a Beacon score or credit score as a minimum to being approved. So if you're coming in and you're getting, say your unit is $800 a month, your Beacon score has to be a minimum of what they're asking in the market of 600, not 559, not 559.5. It has to be 600.
Fair.
Right.
It's considered fair.
Yes.
And they're still going to look at how, but in that 600, they can still see how you pay. Did you pay late?
Yeah, that's true too.
How much are you using of that money? It's kind of like not a safe spot. 600 is like making it in through the door. That's like sliding in.
That's to keep you alive. And then they're looking at if you owe a Georgia Power bill, people are getting denied because you owe Georgia Power. People are getting denied because you owe Scanner.
Because now you can pay to have it report to the credit unions. They say, put your credit, your electric, your expenses for your house on your bills, right, on your credit card, so you can monitor your credit. So it goes to your score. You know, if it's people have low credit scores, if they include their telephone, like their mobile phone bills and your electric, and you pay that on time, that benefits you. If you don't pay it on time, it's going to
Can
hurt
you
you.
add your phone to your credit score?
Yes. Yeah,
How?
you
I
can
want to
because
do that.
because you pay it, you pay everything on a credit card, so it's going in your statement, right? So you automatically do auto pay. You have to do auto pay.
Oh.
If you do auto pay, then it's automatic. Oh, you're good because you're always paying your bills on time. Because on auto pay, you just got to make sure you have the money there.
Can you retro?
Yeah, you can.
So I know like there's a documentation, and this is something that's right across, because we don't want to just focus on what we could do in Georgia. We want to focus on what we can do right across the board with the big cat that just got into the screen. Okay.
That's Apple. That's my
That was a
son's
big
cat.
cat that was in the screen,
I
guys.
adopted.
Okay, we want to focus on our global focus
Yeah.
because one of the greatest things that we want to help not only just the national, I would say the local market, but also how we can build these stronger, healthier relationships right across the board.
Yes.
No matter where we are, we want to make sure that you're paying it on time. That's important. Making sure that you're paying things off on time. And then also, as you heard what Barbara just indicated, the percentage, as opposed to what they indicated, 10%, it's 30%. And if you don't have a crystal perfect environment where it relates to your credit, that's not a problem. What our ultimate goal is to help you, to show you the strategies as well as the wealth steps to get you back on track. That's one of the great things we're going to talk about.
And one more thing, Renee, though,
yes,
just to let you know, excuse me, that even if your credit score goes down a little bit, you don't need to have a freak out, and you really shouldn't be the one watching. It's kind of like the stock market, you know, like it'll fluctuate and you'll drive yourself nuts. But I mean, sometimes things can go down and they'll go back up again in 30 days if there's something a little negative. So you don't have to worry. It'll go. You can get 56 points back up like that. You know, it's just sometimes it just, I don't know if you went a little over or so. It's again, that's why it's good to have someone monitor that for you, so you don't have an anxiety attack. But I mean, as long as you're doing what we set up a plan, the idea is to create a budget to see what it is you need to spend so we can help you to manage that in a way that you can more or less sustain. And as we gradually build, and once we build and we repair it, then we can have you posting on a different plan where I'm just monitoring it. And if something does flag up, I can address it immediately. Not that you have to wait for it to be reported or get, or see a drop. And then it takes time to repair that. I can get on it right away and prevent that from being like a 3-month hurt against you. I can get on it immediately. So.
And see, and if I could chime in, Ms. Renee, I would like for people to know, it's my goal to always provide premium and primary housing opportunities. I don't want people to feel like you have to be subjected to a different type of housing opportunity, okay? Yeah. Because of your credit worthiness, or if you have a subsidy or anything like that. Even with individuals that have subsidies, because I specialize with subsidized housing, even with that, they're looking at that credit score. They're looking at if you have evictions. They're looking at public record. And Barbara can speak to that, what public record means.
Yeah, the public record.
What that public record means. Because when someone files on you, in general, it is then a public record. Okay. And so I want all of us, especially in the global family, to always know you're going to get primo. You're going to get the first cut, not third, fourth, fifth. And this is where you got to land at. And that's
we can address, and Miss Lita, so we can address those public records too. All that can be taken care of.
I love that.
All of that can be addressed.
And about the medical bills too, right?
Yeah, every state has different years how long those things can stay on. It's all laws. And of course, not everyone can understand the law. I think in the past, lawyers were doing the credit repair. But I mean, once you understand the laws, we have rights, and we have rights to question everything on our credit report. And most of the time, people don't respond correctly. And that's one of the reasons why if we stay on top of something, we can remove things, even if you were responsible for them and you went through a hard time. You don't have to own that for life. We can take care of that. That's the thing I want because if it's happened to you, don't be like, oh, well, it happened to me, so I'm pretty much like I have to deal with that. No, you don't have to deal with that. I'm been very successful at removing those things, I would say, very well. So difficult things that should be there, I can get rid of those.
Well, that's great to know. The key, what we want to do is want you to understand. We want you to know, we want you to start wherever you are, okay? And with what you have. Don't compare yourself to anyone else with what they may have more of or even less. We want you to be comfortable enough to know that the important thing is where we're going to help you within even our 21-day challenge of showing you how to reclaim certain things back again, right? You know, we're going to help you to not only build a diversity in regarding to some different assets. We're going to show you the importance of building wealth. You know, currently right now, we've been talking about credit, right? And we've also been speaking in regard to the real estate aspect, as well as how we can have that avenue of being able to have more assets, because that's what we talk about. 2022 is all about assets and how important sexy assets are. We're going to also talk about, thanks to Sharon Letcher, she's the one that rolled that out this year. And I just love it because it sounds so great, sexy assets. But also we're going to talk about real estate where it comes down to digital real estate. How are you all leveraging your digital real estate right now? At least one of us, we all know right now, right across the board with the GW3, we all have our 10K cards, right? With our 10K cards, that give us the opportunity of being able to share our information, and that is consistent as of digital real estate. But I want to know, in regard to those that's in the clubhouse, as well as those that's right there tuning in with us, how diversified are you when it comes down to your digital real estate? You know, we want to see you really grow wealth. And growing wealth, it means having assets in NFTs, even with the cryptocurrency space. Those are some of assets that we should start acquiring. In addition to that, we just really want to have that diversified portfolio. Ladies and gents, it's no longer, I don't know, is the answer. That cannot be the answer anymore. The reason why, you can Google anything you want out there. You can Google anything out there, but we just want to make sure you get the right resources, and we're going to make sure you get the right information, because of course we've all probably been burned before, right guys? We've jumped into different lanes and different territories that we had no idea about. Prime example, I've been so excited to want to learn more about real estate, but I promise you, I just never really had the right person to teach me how to do real estate. But again, that's not an excuse, because you know why? You can learn about real estate right there on the internet. We have so many people, including Grant Cardone, that's showing you how to build wealth just through real estate. So guys, I want to know, what are some of the other assets that you do have that you really are looking forward to even diversifying? And I want to ask this question to those that's in the clubhouse, because what we say about assets are sexy. So I want to talk with some of those. Please let us know, what are some of the other ways of income that you're receiving right now? We talk about 12 to 15 different streams of income. How many of you guys currently right now are a part of an affiliate marketing program? Anyone a part of affiliate marketing program? I saw one finger go up. I saw 5 fingers go up. If you're in the clubhouse right now and you're a part of affiliate, okay, Vandy Flake. I want to hear from you, Vandy Flake. Please pour into this conversation, because one of the things, even with the GW3 Warriors, we should all be a part of that affiliate marketing program, right? As you refer someone to the organization, you receive what? A kickback, okay? You get an incentive. That's what an affiliate marketing program is. Couple other people that have affiliate marketing programs. How many of you guys get into these Ubers as well as these Lyft cars? Guess what? They too have an affiliate marketing program. So Vandy, talk about your affiliate marketing program. Please unmute so we can hear.
Awesome. No, everybody should have a backup plan and an affiliate market plan, because, and it doesn't matter like what it is. You know, a lot of things you buy anymore, they will send you a code to refer customers. And so that's just another way to build it, because, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, I started making my own almond milk and oat milk. Ooh. And so I bought an almond cow. I have a code with that. So whenever I talk about it or share on my stories on my health plan, I also share the link to that code. And my affiliate market program right now is with my activated liquid collagen, because it's so amazing. And that right now, the kickback on it is so incredible. So people are getting incredible incentives, you know, to make extra money by just sharing a brand new product that they love. And that's one of the things I love about these. You know, you want to make sure that you are picking the right one for something that you're passionate about, because it doesn't matter how good the incentive is. If it's not something you're passionate about, if it's not something you absolutely love that you're going to talk about, you don't want, you know, it's not something in your brand. It's not something in your passion that you are going to want to share. And so for me, when I found this in the health and wellness space, so I got to help people with their health, I got to help people look better, feel better, and then I also got to help people, become their own brand ambassador, have their own little thing where they could make more money, and teach them a very simple 3-step process. And it's a continual learning thing. I've learned about doing reels on Instagram, and then I've taught free classes to help other people have that success. And I think that's what's so powerful, is because we get to do what we're passionate about with the brand and make supplements our income. So it's just one other stream of income, and I think it's an absolutely fabulous way. Plus, it just gives you, being your own, especially in the United States, the tax advantages of having your own business are incredible, and that's something that everybody should look at too. So I'll toss the mic back to you, Renee.
Absolutely love your share, guys. If you enjoyed the share from Vandy, go ahead and put some yellow hearts in the chat. It's truly important, guys, when you realize wherever you look around, affiliate marketing is definitely the next way, because we don't have the caviar to be able to do marketing like how we used to back in the day. People are not spending that much money on advertisement budgets or bills or anything like that either. So what's great, we have the ability of being able to refer right from within. As I share with you guys, when you get into one of those Uber cars, you get into one of those Lyft cars, guess what? You go and use your Cash app, guess what? They also have an affiliate marketing program. Everything now is more geared towards that. Another way, I want to talk about another stream of income that's really important that sometimes you guys overlook. How many of you guys are authors? How many authors do we have in the house right now? Anyone are authors? I hear microphones flashing. I know for 2022, we've given the entire tribe to do what, Barbara? To become authors, because everyone have their own unique story from within. And even like what Barbara's doing right now, showing you the whole credit area, that could be another way that she can come up with her own story, her own ebook online. Guys, we want to not only help you to become diversified, we want to make sure that you have those 12 to 15 streams of income that's working all the time for you, where you don't have to go work for it yourself. I heard a microphone that was flashing. I know with Samira. Samira, you're over there, you are contracting your way into success. You work alongside with other retailers with their businesses. Talk to us about some of the other streams of income that you also have right there, Samira, in Paris. Please share. Samira? Okay, if she's not there, who else would like to pour into the conversation and share another stream of income?
Hey,
There you go.
you need to speak in French.
I need to speak in French? Okay, we're going to have to start doing our French classes all over again.
We're multitasking, multinational and everything. So that's why I said, Samira, is that me? So
yes.
Yeah, okay. So you need to get the magic word. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir, Samira.
Voila. Now we get it. So I did not hear the last thing you said. So
yes.
You just get some.
So the question that I asked, what are some of the other ways that you are focused on generating income? I know you are contracting with some of the retailers, and that has been truly successful for you. So what are some of the other ways that you generate income? That's what this whole that's what this whole day is about. 12 to 15 streams of income, and what have worked for you?
Well, that's an incredible question. Why? Because I always say the best way to show people is by doing or by having it. Like why am I in Paris? I don't know if maybe most of you don't know that I'm Tunisian, Spanish, and French. I'm kind of, already multinational. And I was living in Barcelona and I decided to come to Paris. Why I decided? Because I just needed to and I wanted to. And because I have a business, phone business, online. And, I love health and wellness, and I'm partnering with a $1 billion company in anti-aging and epigenetics. That's made me coming to Paris, not only having it and doing this and helping other people having their business online, but at the same time, because I have a lot of expertise in different fields, in fashion, in sales, and how to actually expand a brand. When I came to Paris, finally I found myself like everyone wants to work with me. So I said, hey guys, I'm a free soul and I'm a free person. So if you want, this is how I want to make it. You can contract me to do this. It could be for a long term, short term. Like because I'm already in business, I am like also getting my expertise worth what it is worth. So it is really important to have a different income. Actually, I was not even willing to do that, but people are willing to pay me for what I'm worth, so I'm not doing it. Because when you have a business and you are extremely organized, you can do different things. The main important thing is to be focused on whatever you do. So that is how you can really actually get the income. So your expertise today could be a lot of source of income, but you need to focus on that. If you don't have a lot of sources of income, I don't think you can make it in 2022. Why? Because today you can work online, you can work from your phone like I'm doing. So I'm working with the world, but at the same time, we were talking about networking. So I'm helping brands and this concept store in the best area. If you come to Paris, you will actually see it, where because it's a very unique and exclusive concept store, it has also contacts and people. So I'm networking, even though I'm in Paris, I'm connecting with the world, and everyone needs either the best shirt, the best brand, or the best product for itself. So this is what I want to share with you. Be actually completely aligned with who you are, with you, whatever you have inside. And I go for the expertise. You all have incredible power in you. Just put it out there. Put it out there, because other people would love to know what you like. I never thought that people are really like wanting what I have in my expertise of years, also in fashion, and how to get the people come to the store, how to do it, and so on. So now I am making my expertise work for me, and I am telling them this is how I want to make it. So people, yes. And actually now sometimes Saturdays I'm with another store, the jumpsuits, right? Renee. So that's why when people want you and you have that expertise, you can have different things enjoyed. And I love fashion, and I love health, and I love to have a nice body, and I love to travel. So can you imagine? Yeah, you can get everything you want. You just need to want it badly. Because I'm not going to say that everything is always super easy. I work smart. I work with a team. I work with a clear plan. I know at 7 p.m. what I'm doing. I know, for example, I told Renee, because I love this community, so on Wednesday, I'm kind of more connected on my phone because I know that we have the room. So you need to focus your time in the things that are more productive for you. Sometimes you learn, sometimes you bring value, and sometimes you make money. So you need to be clear on those three things. And the magic will happen when you are making that all ingredients work together for you, because you know exactly how much you want for your money, how much you want for your expertise. So you need to be clear on that.
I love it.
If you want me, you say to people, this is what I'm worth. But in order for people to see what you're worth, you need to be out there. So stand up for your rights, but this time stand up for yourself, for your best version. That's what I would love everyone to do. So if anyone, and I repeat it one more time, so I'm more than a giver. And that's what Hardy always says. If you want to be successful, or Brendon Burchard, you need to be a giver. So if you're a giver, you're going to get back. So if anyone needs any coaching on that, trust me, I know where to push the button to get the best out of you. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
So this is what I'm going to do for the Global Warrior. So ladies anytime. You can do it in French, in English, in Spanish, in Russian, in Arabic, in any language, or maybe the language of the heart.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me. And we all have a team here, and this is the most incredible and powerful things you can do to yourself. Be
Love
part
it.
of a community that loves you. Thank you, my ladies.
Thank
Merci
you. Oh my goodness. Everybody, please, let's put some black and white hearts in the chat for our very own Samira right there in Paris. I mean, that was definitely a drop mic moment. You know, the greatest part about it is being true to who you are. You know, we were listening to one of the contents. Actually, Glenn Lundy was talking about this earlier in regarding to just, you know, being a master to what it is that you truly say you're going to do, right? Because unfortunately, sometimes we have a whole lot of different things going on and we can say yes to a lot of things. However, we know we can't say yes to everything. And the key to that is mastering what you believe, master what it is that you want to do. And keep this in mind, guys. Don't be a jack of many trades and not a master of anything. Focus on your lane. And that's something that is so important because if you stay focused on your lane, chances are you'll be successful. You could be all over the place and not moving that bar at all. I've seen it happen many of times, you know, year after year. Someone says, oh my God, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. And they like doing 500 things, but it's like, but what are you doing? That's it. They're just exhausting themselves from one extent to the next. When you stay focused on one lane, chances are you'll be consistent in it and you'll be able to also master it. Now, don't get me wrong. You can still have a diversified portfolio in certain areas, but find one thing that truly does work. If nobody else showed us that, Mr. Tyler Perry himself has shown us how to grow to become a billionaire. Why? Because he focused on staying true to that one lane. And then once he was able to create his wealth in that one lane, it gave him access. It gave him wealth to be able to diversify his portfolio in certain other areas. But if you're just constantly going, being busy, chances are you're going to have to slow down so you can get focused, laser focus on that one thing. Once you get that one thing down to a T, allow it to grow your wealth. How many of you guys are just constantly spending money? Spend money, spend money, spend money. If your money is not working for you where you're investing it, guess what, guys? The root word of spend is in. And as much as you spend that money, it ends and you won't be able to create new money from there. So what we want to help you to not only understand the importance of diversifying your portfolio, having multiple streams of income working to your advantage, but also understanding the importance of how you grow your income by just investing. Somebody put in the chat, I will invest more for 2022. And you know where that investment starts? That investment starts in you. That's right, YOU. How many of you guys have spent thousands and thousands of money just in personal development for yourself? How many of you guys have spent thousands and thousands of money just in personal development for yourself? I know I have. And the reason why, once you're able to learn a certain skill, you'll always be able to earn in that specific field. That's right, guys. The root word in learn is earn. Okay. And you always want to be learning every day. Ladies, let's talk about that. What are some of the things that you're challenging yourself on right now, Lolita, in regard to learning more of a skill set or even another way of another income?
Well, I know with the conference this past week, and I met my favorite person ever, the brand master himself. Today, someone referred another client that's actually in Los Angeles. And he said, well, so what do you do? Tell me. And I promise you, it kicked in. I have 2 more assets that are in the northwest side of Atlanta. And that is, again, like you're saying, staying in your lane, diversifying what my lane does, expanding my lane, staying in my lane and expanding my lane, which means investing in yourself to how you pitch yourself. Because people want to know when I have assets, because we're talking about real estate assets too, those assets are owned by somebody else and they're depending on you to keep that residual income going for them. So that's why we're talking to Barbara, we're talking to Renee, we're talking to the Global Tribe to help us to keep going And that's part of what I'm doing. One, the residual income is in referrals. I received a referral this week too, because another person from GW3, for real, had joined, and I have yet two others. And it's not just for that part, but it's a, wait a minute, this really kicks in for real. When you see that ching ching on your back, say, wait, okay, let me get on the phone and see, but it can't just be anybody, like empty calories. You got to put people that are going to be sustaining what we're trying to do. So I think in that way, I am expanding my lane that I stay in so that I can keep residual income going. Because one, I have fees attached to what I do. My service, our beautiful lady from Paris was just saying, you know your value. I have a fee for this, this, and this. I stopped waiving things because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not giving you 50% less work if I give you 50% discount. What is that for? Because I'm relevant just like you. So in that way, sticking to my process, your fees, and expanding the lane that I'm in, actually.
I love what you say. You stick to the process. You got to trust the process.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to just come to you overnight, guys. You really have to put the work into it in order for you to reach the results. I always like to say we're all about results driven, right, Barbara? Results driven.
I think I'm
unmute, beautiful. You have to unmute on your end. While Barbara is unmuting, maybe the cat got unmuted.
I know.
Okay. Tell the cat no more hitting on the keys. Okay.
Oh goodness.
Yes. One of the greatest things, what we want to also help you to understand the importance about just, staying consistent. Consistency is the true way that you can be able to not only leverage yourself, but also you're learning in that process as well. You got to be consistent in showing up. There you go. The cat unmuted.
I have my tech support.
Yes.
Another stream of income.
You're a little low, Barbara.
You need help.
I don't know if you're hiding behind the microphone, but you're a little low.
I'm low? Okay, hold on. How's that? Is that better?
Okay, yes. Come on. Yes.
Not really? You can't really hear me? Okay, I'm sorry.
I can hear you.
Okay, so now I'm off on an angle. So we were talking about other streams of income, right? And how we're doing it. Yeah, and also trust the process. So I think, I believe that I've been working with the credit repair, staying in the finance area, helping everyone grow their wealth, first cleaning up their foundations, making sure that they understand money, how to take care of it, not as a financial advisor like someone else, but more as a person who, on a smaller scale, works with an individual basis and letting you understand your finances without any shame, mistakes we've made, so we build up your strengths, and then you can go out and choose your streams of income that really works with your process. But I feel really, it's kind of like the earth, the soil where we grow from, right? We got to purify that. We got to clean that. We have to understand what we're doing with it. And then I stick with finance. So, and I see that by growing and trusting the process. And it also, I think when you stay in line with what you ultimately want to do, and if it's deep down inside, it is with an intention to serve, it's going to come back. You're going to get, I spend time with each person, like Ms. Lolita said also, I have to charge because I put 100%, I put more than 100%, I put myself into it. I don't pass you on to another person. I am the person who is taking care of you. I am the person who will be following through to the end if I commit with you. And I think that has a lot of value to have one person who cares for you and doesn't just make you a number. Especially with what I do, I think many people have had this experience where they've paid for credit repair and then the people just disappeared, or they got some results and then it just kind of fizzled out, and that's not cool. That's not good. So it's maybe it's considered a business. You see a lot of people fixing credit. There's a lot of affiliate programs, right? But again, like Ms. Lydia said, you got to make sure you have the right people that you're working with. And in our group, I think we all are there for each other, and we're basically saying, okay, we are here and we're here with our contributions, and there's a trust factor in fiduciary that you can trust on us, right? That we're going to do what we say, and that's important. I think that's very
Absolutely.
important, who you work with.
Absolutely.
You know, where
I
you get
love
your referrals from, you know, that we're endorsing. I would say we are endorsing each other. We are each other's endorsements because we know each other. We've spent time together, and that's what we're doing in this club. That's what's amazing about Clubhouse. How could we think about in this Clubhouse, you have the ability to reach so many people around the world with your gifts, with your products, with your businesses. It's phenomenal. And then you have the endorsements of, let's say, this is your club, this is your tribe. We endorse you. Other people then will you know, it's just an amazing, I mean, amazing forum that we have here in Clubhouse. And then this particular club that we're part of, right? And how we keep sharing and talking to each other and becoming global, right? Thinking bigger than our neighborhood, our city, and then our state. We're all over, everybody's coming from all over, and we're all leaving with gems, thanks to Miss Noor, right? To Renee Noor, who said, it's not about me, it's about we. And you made us believe that, and we reached out to one another, and now from there, we're reaching out more and more and more. And it's amazing. And you got those great big guys to want to share and help us too. That's like really something else. You know, the big guys want to help us too, not just you know. I'm very
That's right. Well, you know, the great part about this, guys, and I think we're all in alignment, you know, we want to see not only each other win, but we're going to celebrate you too in the learning process. You know, you hear us speaking highly about your credit, but I'm going to focus on a couple other things as well as we expand and enlarge your vision when it comes down to how you can diversify your portfolio. Currently, right now, how many of you guys really thought about buying a vending machine? Buying a vending machine. Buying a vending machine is so hot right now, guys. Whether you want to explore that with right there at the, you could do it right there at the airport. Guess what? Now you can go to the airport and get makeup from a vending machine. It's not anymore just what candy bars and fun food. You can buy cigarettes. You can even buy hair. I was in Dallas and they were buying hair from a vending machine, guys. So that's another way that you can have a stream of income, that you can always look for being creative. And that's one of the greatest things I want you guys to understand. In the space that you're in, you can create the lane that you want. That's right. Be creative in this lane. You know, creating your own gaming app. We have our kids out there playing other people's games. Why don't you allow your kids to learn how to create their own app? That's something that would be really feasible for you as well. You know, how many of you guys are selling on Amazon? Anybody selling on Amazon? I know I am. I mean, how about that as another stream of income, guys? Right now, we have to, I heard somebody else in the clubhouse, they're selling on Amazon as well. You know, when you order the books right there from our website, you're getting them right there from Amazon. You should have an affiliate marketing program with Amazon. They provide that information as well. You know, currently right now, you know, where you have a program that you are an expert in, you can have your online training set up. Okay, online training setup. That's another way of you being able to generate income. Start your very own ATM business. Guys, in Africa alone, I had to go to the doggone ATM machine 6 times. I spent over $300 just at the ATM in Africa. Guys, start expanding and looking for other ways that you can really reap up and benefit from these streams of income. You probably haven't even thought about this, right? Some people even want to be an Uber driver. If you want to be an Uber driver, go right ahead. That could definitely give you another stream of income. Even a Lyft driver, whether you want to do it on the weekend, you're more than welcome to do that. Now, if you have a big house, you heard Lolita talking about the Airbnbs, you can rent out a room. You can rent out a room in your very own home, and now you're generating additional income. So we're talking about these 15 different streams of income. How many of you guys have too much stuff at home and you need to now sell it, get rid of it, or move it on? Guess what? The items that you've been holding on to for years and years, thinking you can get back into those sizes, guys, do yourself a favor. Let it go. Let it go. You have Facebook Marketplace. I've sold a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace. I've sold, you know, from my golf club bag alongside with furniture. You can sell so many great items on Facebook. I found crystal alongside with silver items right there on that Facebook Marketplace. And there's so many other places out there, but just think about that also, you know. How many of you guys like Spotify? You listen to Spotify. Have you thought about automating Spotify so therefore that you can have a Spotify Shopify store? Have you thought about that? Some of you guys haven't even thought about that either. So I want you to understand there's a plethora of ways that you can generate income. And for anyone to say, you know what, I don't have any money, let me share this with you guys. You can even walk around saying that anymore because you can always be creative in this space. All right. You want to make sure not only you're diversifying how your income is coming in, you want to make sure you stay creative because guess what? We don't know what's going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. We really don't. The market can drop. Currently, right now, we know Bitcoin is down to $20,000. That's right, $20,000. And about a year and a half ago, it was up to almost 69,000. But you know what? I'm just holding on to my Bitcoin. I'm not selling that Bitcoin at all. You can forget about that. But what I do reinvest my interest by, as you heard what they already said, I have a Novatech account as well. So that help us to keep that money flowing. You got to stay fluid. Can anybody say, I will stay fluid with my income? Stay fluid, stay in the flow. Because when you stay in the flow with your wealth, that's just a great place for you to be. You'll always be attracting new money every day. All right. Dividends, stocks, we talk about those markets as well. Even they go up and down, you still want to be learning. Learn as much as you possibly can so you can stay aware of what's important. And then you can have better opportunity to make the right decisions. And that's really what it's about. When you're educated, it gives you the ability to make the right decisions. Does that make sense, Barbara?
Yes. And recently I was just visiting a friend and she was talking about, getting on a Kindle app and reading books. You can make money reading a book and downloading it, and people will buy to read your book because they like your voice. You could do one for children. You could do one for yourself. I mean, if anyone has a good voice and they like reading, I don't know, a lot of people have podcasts now. I never thought about that. Could you imagine? Like you can make a great stream of income doing that as well. But again, yeah, I think we all have to try. I would do that because I love reading to children. So it makes sense. It's like, making money while you're sleeping. And again, as many things as you can do, why not? Becoming an Uber driver, investing in Novatech, switching it up. I also did Isagenix. When you sell Isagenix, which is a really phenomenal food product, it's like protein shakes and wellness, you can deduct all of your food expenses from your taxes. So where can you deduct your food from the taxes? That's amazing. And all the other things. So there are a lot of companies out there giving great benefits, and yeah, affiliate businesses, like we said, and just find the ones that, appeal to you, that you enjoy, because whatever you enjoy doing, you're going to do well at. And there's, and one client will need to eat, will need to listen to a book, will, like you can get multifaceted. You can share so much of what you're doing with so many of the same clients and people and friends and neighbors that you have.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You know what I wanted to say, what you said was so eloquent. Have fun with it. Have fun. YouTube, guys, once you get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, guess what? You start generating income right there from YouTube. Instagram. If you guys haven't started generating income from Instagram, that's another way that you could generate income. Even Facebook as well. Guys, there's a plethora of ways out there that you can truly generate income. And ladies, hear my voice. Grants. As a female, automatically you're going to qualify for grants, right? In your own backyard. I know on our website, we still have about 60 different options of you guys being able to apply for grants. If you go on to, as all the GW3 members, underneath our business website, right? I guess what's this, a line that says business information. There's grants. We've actually posted over 60 different grants, guys. Don't sleep on money. Don't sleep on opportunities, because these are given to you, and all you have to do is just show up and do the work. You're going to have to do some work, but one of the greatest things, there's no way that you should ever say that you don't have enough income, because where we are in this world, there's a plethora, there's an abundance. You just have to activate some of these streams of income. We talked about 15 different lines of 15 different ways of passive income to create wealth. And I hope that's been able to help you. What are you going to say, Barbara? Because I know you're getting excited over there. What are you going to say?
I know. I think it's amazing. You're right. You look fantastic. I'm looking at your skin. You look amazing today. Not as you always don't look fantastic, but you're glowing. You look fantastic. I was going to say, you just have a really nice aura about you. I think you're just like really shining.
Oh,
You
thank
really
you.
are. I love the
That's
white in
called
the
that
background.
self-confidence. That's self-confidence.
Yes. And the
Okay.
grants, with
And
the grants,
also
ladies, we
Dr.
need the good
Juanita
credit.
Bonds.
Remember, yeah, that's good, right? Yeah, I mean, I think our weekend really was like a weekend overhaul. Our Power to Soar event really, I think, like recharged everybody, like
Oh,
jump
yeah.
started your battery, you know,
Yeah.
because everyone's kind of riding and you get like, you can get a little bogged down from a lot of your own work. And just coming to an event like that just like recharged everyone, I think, right?
Anyone out there hear our voices? Were you recharged by Power
Woo
to Soar
woo!
conference? Come
Yeah.
on,
Woo!
let me know. Woo, woo, woo.
Absolutely.
Yes. I pray that everyone was charged up. And not only I hope that everybody was charged up, but I now want you to take charge. That's it. Take charge in your life. You know, most times when you have these amazing conferences, you get all the information, but then when you return back home, you forgot all these steps that you need to really apply in your very own life. But I pray that we have done something different, guys. I see that we keep showing up. We now have a prayer room. Oh my goodness, that was something that was stemmed right there from the leadership conference. In addition to that, our very own Women Tribe, they're now going to be on Roku. That's right, they're going to be on the Roku network starting on Friday. And that's just a little bit of how we keep on paying it forward, praying it forward, and also giving back to humanity. Guys, today has been a powerful segment. I'm so excited that I had both of you guys here alongside with the tribe right there in the clubhouse. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring this energy right back into the clubhouse as we close out for our Winning Wednesdays. And guess what? Later on this evening, that's right, later on this evening from 6 to 9, not only are we going to be talking about what we're going to be doing for our 21-day challenge, we're focusing on faith. We're focusing on finance. We're focusing on fashion. And most importantly, we're going to be focusing on fitness as well as our entire investment. All of that's going to be wrapped up in our 21-day challenge. And this is going to help you to not only jumpstart to an amazing 2023, but it's also going to help you to transform and manifest everything that you desire. So I'm so looking forward to later on from 6 to 9. Thank you, Lolita Anderson. Thank you, Barbara Monar. It's been a privilege as well as an honor being able to share the stage right here with you guys for our GW3 Lunch and Soar. We look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow when we do our Takeover Thursdays. It's all about kicking off our 21-day challenge on tomorrow.
Woo-hoo!
Our amazing team. Woo, 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 woo. Yes. So guys, I'll see you guys right back in the clubhouse. Thank you so very much, guys. Thank you.